Hi everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have my Paris unboxing from my visit to 18 Place Vendome. This is one of my favorite stops in all of Paris. First of all, it's literally like a museum. Like if you are not at the point in your journey where you're ready to drop thousands of dollars on jewelry, I would say still go and look and learn about the pieces, learn about the house codes. Like, I don't think that the people there expect everyone walking in to be able to spend millions of dollars on these amazing, amazing pieces. And if you are otherwise a Chanel client that's perhaps progressing from, you know, costume jewelry to handbags, like, just go check it out. It is the most stunning of all the Chanel stores that I've been to. And I have an amazing fashion advisor there who I connected with, I want to say 3-4 years ago now. And it's just been the most fun for me in Paris. And I happen to really love Chanel jewelry too. It just resonates with me. I think right now it is my favorite fine jewelry brand. Yeah, so anyway, so I made actually, well, while I was there, I actually didn't make a purchase. I had already put a deposit for an item, but before we get into that, I wanted to share this really sweet gift from my fashion advisor. You should follow him on Instagram, Mr. Place Vendome. He just posts the most amazing pieces, and if you're in Paris and shopping, definitely go check it out. But he's so sweet to provide this gift from Chanel. It is the most gorgeous Chanel blanket with the camellia flowers and the star, and it's actually, I want to say, let me look at it. Okay, so it's 100% wool, made in France blanket. Like, I will just always think of him when using this. I always sit in the mornings with a blanket on my lap with Coco in my lap, and we've bonded over our love of our dogs and Coco. And I wish I could bring Coco to Paris to meet him, but this is just the sweetest gift with the classic gold. It's so beautiful. I want to make sure that I take good care of it, and I just really appreciate it. It's these types of things that bring you back to the house again and again and again. Okay, now for my little unboxing story, and I already took the ribbon off and unboxed it. I had to take photos for insurance purposes, and I will say, if you are spending money on jewelry, invest in insurance. Just do it. You will not regret it. Get a safe, get insurance, and just, you know, then live life your fullest. And if something happens, and things totally have happened to items that I've owned, and I've just been so thankful that I've had insurance. And so I just think that's the way to go. That's the way that I go. Insure your jewelry. I had already seen this item, I want to say a year ago. And when I first tried them on, I just kind of wasn't in that headspace of thinking that I would want something like this. And I didn't get them, and I always regretted it. Now, this is a piece of high jewelry, technically, and I say technically because high jewelry is more about the way in which it's manufactured, produced, designed, than it is about the price point. Like, there is regular commercial jewelry that Chanel offers that is more expensive than this. I'm not going to get into pricing on this, just for my own sanity, protection, not protection, but I'm not doing it. If you are interested in pieces like this, definitely talk to your fashion advisor. I will say it's very expensive. There are more expensive non-high jewelry pieces. This is probably the least expensive high jewelry piece, probably. I don't know. It all depends on the stone and everything. So it comes in a different colored box. They do a gold box for their high jewelry pieces. So I had tried this on about a year ago and just wasn't in the headspace. And then this last trip in January, I was like, oh, I've always regretted not getting that. And my sweet fashion, he was like, I hate to hear you saying that. And he was like, well, if I ever see it pop up again, and you know, high jewelry, it's not, the pieces aren't like one of a kind, but they aren't like heavily produced. So one popped up, and it happened to be at a time when I was looking to celebrate a milestone. And so I paid the deposit and went to go pick these up, and here they are. They're so pretty. They are sapphire and diamond starburst earrings from, and this is the first, like inspired by the first jewelry collection that Coco Chanel ever did. The sapphire yellow is made to represent a starburst, but it's also, the color is specific to emulating the color of the No. 5 perfume. And I just love the way that these look on. So they are like a little half sunburst, and these little diamonds at the end are little, like they jiggle a little so that they're extra sparkly, and I feel like it's just so good with my coloring. Hold on, that's the wrong side. I get them backwards. You could technically wear them both ways, but they are made to wear a particular way. So it's made to wear with the starburst going this way, and I'll just show you if I can get them on. It's a IQ test, putting earrings on camera. Okay, we got interrupted. I'm not sure where I left off, but I'm gonna put the earrings back on. Just every time it's a little literal sunshine, but like I said, the yellow is meant to reflect the yellow of the Chanel No. 5 perfume, and these are sort of inspired by the 1932, I think I said 39, but it's 1932 Chanel original fine jewelry collection. We could do another close-up of these. So they're gold hardware, yellow sapphires, and diamonds. The two primary main diamonds came with a GIA certification, which I think is really nice. But for me, it's not really like, it's more about the design and the look than it is really what it is. I guess I appreciate that the thoughtfulness that goes into the pieces. So we can do a close-up on the ear. And I have multiple piercings. I think, yeah, right now I have my VCA butterflies, and I like how they play well between the two. I just feel like they're really high impact, and the coloring. When I tried them on at the boutique, I was wearing the 26S cream and gold button jacket from the recent collection, but the buttons are like the Goossens buttons, and I just felt like it was such a good, rich combination. You know, with fine jewelry, there are no seasons, and so you have to really just like what you're getting. But these are like so different for me, but I feel like they're still really, really good. They're really pretty. We can try reversing them so you can get an idea for what they're like on the other side. Oh, so special. Either you will understand this or you'll be like, crazy and boring and probably too much money, which is true. So the earpiece says what side each one goes on, kind of like how the VCA ones tell you. I just want to be careful with it. So you see, you could also have it like that. I feel like it does less for the ear reversed, but you know, to each their own. Everyone's anatomy is different, so. Oops, sorry, jostled you. So, I mean, even reversed, it's kind of like catching the light more because it's more like down off of my ear. It doesn't look as fit for purpose though, if that makes sense. We'll switch them again. Just putting on earrings back and forth. So these were definitely a sort of lifetime kind of piece. I feel really good that I am venturing out a little bit more and I'm not doing as much of the, you know, the sort of jewelry pieces that you see everywhere. I mean, obviously, like I love these VCA butterflies and I wear them all the time. But for like, basically, actually, you know what? For a similar price, the Alhambra diamond earrings would be like around the same. And I think that these are just way more me. They speak to me a lot more than, I think it's like the Alhambra Magic or something would be a comparable sort of piece in terms of pricing, but not, I feel like, in terms of artistry. I feel like these are really special and pretty, and it's like, if you know, you know, type Chanel, but also if you don't know and you're just like, gorgeous. And then also the yellow sapphire a little bit. I mean, I'm not a gem expert, and so maybe someone who's like more of a gem expert would be able to clock that they're sapphires and not diamonds. But for me, I'm like, I don't know. But obviously if they were yellow diamonds, they would be a lot more of an investment. And I use that word loosely. But yeah, that's what I got. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Let's see what else, anything else in here to share. Just a little travel pouch, the GIA certification, and a few other things, paperwork, VAT. I will say, between these and picking up my alterations, it was funny because I had prepaid for these. Like I put down a deposit, and so when I went to go pick them up, actually the only thing to do was to process the VAT refund. So I went to Chanel, I got a pair of earrings, I got money back, and then I went to Rue Cambon and I picked up my alterations, and I was like, this is the first time I'm going to Chanel and I'm like making money. Kind of funny, but it does feel that way. It's like that's the girl math, that's the shopping math. But anyway, okay, I'll end this video here. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye guys.